Hey guys, Cody with CJC Off-Road. Behind me is the second variation that we put together of this brand new 2023 Super Duty. We've had this truck for just about 1 week and I couldn't be happier with it. We started with the stock configuration, then we went to what I'd call an OEM Plus configuration, and here we have an all-out Carli Suspension Pintop leveling system. Now I drove 300 miles in my 21 Super Duty with the full Carli Suspension E-Venture system just to pick this truck up, and then I did 300 miles back home, so I was able to very quickly see the stark contrast in ride quality. However, we didn't want to just fully kit this truck out first, so we did do that OEM Plus type setup that we did another video on earlier this week. And that is a Carli Suspension Pintop leveling system, but we kept the stock sway bar, which was very important for us to just see how the 37 by 1250s were going to clear, and they cleared the stock sway bar and radius arms perfectly on these 2023 Super Duties, something we couldn't achieve on the previous years. Now you'll notice that we actually put 37 by 1350s on that on those factory wheels, just because we can't help ourselves. That truck did rub slightly, however it was totally usable in a city setting. So for those of you who really want a 1350 on your stock wheels, that is absolutely a possibility. So diving into this setup, it is a Carli Suspension Pintop 2.5 leveling system. The 2.5 comes from the shock diameter. It is a King 2.5 racing shock. You'll also notice that we don't have the traditional King blue shocks. We went with the black anodized package, which is something CJC Off-Road specially orders and stocks. And what that is we changed the anodized ends from blue to black, as well as the hose configuration, something that kind of just matches the color scheme of this truck a little bit better. So this system is going to include 4 custom-tuned King shocks, the soft ride front coils, and then we upgraded to the Carli Suspension torsion sway bar and the full spring pack and shackle combination. Both upgrades are going to result in extreme improvement in ride quality unloaded. Now, a lot of people are going to comment on this video that, we reduce the payload capacity and things like that. It is a very simple solution, and that is going to be airbags or a timbering setup. Half the time if you're hauling a trailer, you're putting airbags on your truck anyway, so why not get the best unloaded ride as possible, like the setup behind me. Now with that said, not any airbag system will work just due to the suspension travel that this setup has. As you can see in these rocks, this setup will rival your buddy's Jeep, so you do need to get a specific airbag system, which is something we carry and we're happy to sell to consumers, shops, everything. Now moving into the wheel and tire package, it is a 37 by 1350 R18 Toyo MT tire, and that is wrapped around an 18-inch Innovate G500 simulated beadlock. This is a 5-inch backspacing wheel, and we went with the Tech Light ring that Innovate offers as well. It is a fully made in the USA forged wheel. It's pretty much the nicest wheel available for a single rear wheel 8-lug truck. As you can tell, we run them on most of our builds here, and we truly do enjoy, when we can, supporting American made parts, a la the Carli Suspension as well as the Innovate parts. As you can also see, we added the factory Tremor Valance, even though this is not a Tremor truck. That's gonna help with ground clearance. If we would have kept the factory air dam on the truck, going these rocks, we probably would have ripped it off or at least done a sizable amount of damage to it. And just for aesthetics, right? This truck looks a ton better modified. Now the 21, 22 trucks, as most people on the internet can agree, was one of the best looking Super Duty trucks out there. They didn't need to be modified. A stock Tremor was an extremely good looking truck going down the road. These 23s are probably, for some reason, I truly don't understand, the most polarizing truck to come out in probably the last 10 years, and definitely since we've had CJC Off-Road. Yeah, I do think just with a little bit of tasteful modifications, these trucks can still look killer. We're gonna see more and more on the road, and you're just getting a little bit more used to it. And again, once you see them in person, not on the internet, and especially a good looking truck like this, I think you'll fall in love immediately, just like we did. It clearly does not take much to give these 2023 Super Duties some massive curb appeal with some big tires, which coincidentally enough, the factory has made a few more accommodations for on this platform. Some solid riding suspension. I think everyone's gonna truly enjoy these trucks. Going back to the interior, which there's gonna be a lot more detailed videos out there than what I highlighted on. There's so many cool features. Even driving this road, I just turned on the off-road mode, which is something standard on this FX4 package. Popped up on the heads-up display was a ton of things, a ton of information about the rear end locker, things like that. It is truly a really cool truck, and it is slowly, actually very quickly, closing the gap between a Raptor and a Super Duty, especially when you put some solid suspension on it. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, please join. We're just continually making content like this. If If you like this truck, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. We're happy to answer any questions. If you do have a 23 Super Duty on order and you want to get some quality suspension under it, call us. Even if your shop doesn't sell a Carli suspension, we can get them set up with an account and get the best parts on your truck possible. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys on the next one.